Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I am Bulletin. First, the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi asked people to make local global, augment prestige of Indian products further. Trade unions call for nationwide strike from tomorrow. Nagaland government accumulates outstanding liabilities of 170.35 crore rupees under National Pension Scheme, and Centre funded 497.07 crore rupees for implementation of various schemes in Nagaland. As we start the bulletin, we appeal to our listeners to stay safe from COVID-19 by following these 4 simple steps. Get fully vaccinated, wear a face mask, maintain 6 feet for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today exuded pride that India achieved the export target of $400 billion. Addressing the people through his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio, Modi said Made in India products are now reaching new markets in every corner of the world. He pointed out that when Indians become vocal for local, the local becomes global. He asked people to make the local global and augment the prestige of Indian products further. The Prime Minister said demand for items made in India is increasing all over the world. He said it also signifies the supply chain of India is getting stronger. Modi stated that the potential of India in this field is great, and farmers, artisans, weavers, engineers, small entrepreneurs, MSME sector are the true strength. Added that it is only due to their hard work that the goal of exporting to the tune of $400 billion has been achieved. Prime Minister also said that small entrepreneurs are playing a major role in government procurement through Government E-Marketplace (GEM). He added that a much transparent system has been developed through technology. Modi said World Health Day will be celebrated on the 7th of April. He emphasized that the collective Indian thought on health, whether it is yoga or Ayurveda, is increasingly trending all over the world. The Prime Minister touched upon the topic of water conservation. He asked people to resolve to save every drop of water. Modi said there must be equal emphasis on recycling of water. Power Ministry has advised all power utilities to take necessary measures to ensure round-the-clock normal functioning of the electricity grid and availability of all plants, transmission lines and substations during strike called by Centre of Indian Trade Unions. CITU has called a nationwide strike from tomorrow till 29th March. In an advisory, the Power Ministry said shutdown activities planned during 28th to 29th March may be rescheduled to suitable future dates to the extent possible in the interest of the consumers of electricity. It said a 24/7 control room may be made functional for information dissemination and for handling any kind of contingency. Nagaland government has undischarged liabilities under the National Pension Scheme (NPS). The State Finances Audit Report of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India for the year ended 31st March 2020 highlighted that short contribution by the state government of 30.52 crore rupees towards defined contributory pension scheme for government servants has resulted in understatement of revenue and fiscal deficit. Further, as on 31st March 2020, 170.35 crore rupees were outstanding under NPS with the state government and had not been transferred to National Securities Depository Limited (NSDL), creating unavoidable outstanding financial liabilities under the scheme. A total of 26,395 state employees were under NPS as on 31st March 2020, out of which 24,099 employees have been allotted permanent retirement account number. To avoid possible future liabilities under NPS, the CAG in its recommendation said the state government needs to fulfill their obligation by releasing the arrears of its contributions and transferring the outstanding fines already accumulated to NSDL for management of the NPS. You're listening to All India Radio Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on AIR app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Centre has funded an amount of 497.07 crore rupees directly transferred to the state implementing agencies or non-governmental organization for implementation of various schemes and programs in Nagaland. Out of the 497.07 crore transferred by the central government during 2019-2020, a sum of 425.02 crore was given for implementation of 12 major schemes during the year, while 72.05 crore was given to other 220 implementing agencies against 92 schemes. The 12 major implementing agencies include Chief Engineer PWD, Road and Bridges, Agriculture Department, NIT, NSACS, Nagaland Organic Mission, NREDA, NU, NEZCC, Nagaland Tourism Board, Motor Vehicles Department, Art and Culture, and Nagaland State Sports Council. This was stated in the State Finances Audit Report of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India for the year ended 31st March 2020. The report highlighted that there was no single agency in the state to monitor the funds directly transferred to the implementing agencies. Further, no data was readily available as to how much money has actually been spent in a particular year on major schemes by the implementing agencies. The CAG report also stated that Finance Department in its reply given on March 2021 that PFMS cell established as per the center's guidelines was functioning under it and was actively working to get departments on board to the PFMS portal. However, the reply was silent on existence of monitoring mechanism like involvement of any agency or authority to monitor these funds. President Ramnath Kovind has urged the youth of the country to draw inspiration from examples of serving the leprosy-affected people and also contribute actively. President was addressing the closing ceremony of the Silver Jubilee of Divya Prem Seva Mission in Haridwar today. The President said that a person suffering from leprosy during and after being cured of the disease should be accepted by the society and family the same way as a person affected by other diseases is treated. Kovind said that Gandhiji believed that leprosy is also a disease like cholera and plague which can be treated. The Additional Superintendent of Police and PRO Mokokchung has issued a travel advisory to all Nagaland-bound travelers to avoid travelling Assam in view of the 2-day Chakka ban called by Assam Motor Workers Association from tomorrow. During the ban period, all types of public transport including buses and taxis will remain off the road. In view of the proposed ban, the travellers are advised to avoid Assam until the ban is called off by the association. The number of COVID-19 confirmed cases in the state continues to remain at 35,470 for 2 consecutive days today. Only 2 recovered cases from Dimapur have been reported for the day. With this, total recovery cases in the state stood at 33,212. There are 16 active cases. And in Swiss Open Badminton Championships 2022, 2-time Olympic medalist PV Sindhu has won the women's singles title, beating Thailand's Busanan Ongbamrungpa 21-16 and 21-8 in straight games at Basel this evening. However, Pranoy HS lost to Indonesian Jonathan Christie 12-21 and 18-21 in the men's singles title clash today. And to end the news, here are the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi asked people to make local global, augment prestige of Indian products further. Trade unions call for nationwide strike from tomorrow. Nagaland government accumulates outstanding liabilities of 170.35 crore rupees under National Pension Scheme, and Centre funded 497.07 crore rupees for implementation of various schemes in Nagaland. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.